Here's an auger here. This is a self-feed auger for running a non-free flow product. Non-free flow product is something like a coffee or a flour or whey protein, and I'll show you a little bit how you can determine if your product is free flow or non-free flow. But with a non-free flow product, we use an auger that has a little bit larger diameter at the top, which we call an overflight. This overflight helps compress the product down and push it down, which needs to be done with stuff that's harder to move. Each one of these distances here between the flights is called a pitch. And the product, your product, would sit in each one of these little pitches. But how it works is the auger turns, and every time it turns, it pushes product downward. And it measures it with these flights every time it turns. We can be very precise with the auger machine. We can turn it 1/100th of a turn. Or we can turn it many turns if you're filling a large weight. Most of the time, and most of the products we fill don't require anything other than just turning the auger by rotation. Some products are very difficult and don't hold a very tight tolerance, so we do offer scales. This machine right here is not operating on a scale, but we have done that in the past many times. So this auger here is a free flow. This is for running free flow products like salt or table sugar, real products that are really easy to move. But what happens with a vertical auger filler is if you were to pour salt down this big hopper with the auger here, it would just flow right down and onto the ground. So what we have to do is we have to use a spinner plate system. So there's a plate on the bottom of this auger that holds the product back. Once the auger turns, it spins it out into a collector funnel, which you can see on our website if you get a chance to go there. And it spins it out into that collector funnel and down into your bag or your container or whatever you're filling into. So how do you determine whether or not your product is free flow or non-free flow? It's really pretty simple. Most of the products work this way. Not all of them, but most. This product right here is a non-free flow. And what you can do is take your product, we have an auger, but you can take a screwdriver or something thin and put it down inside there. And what you can do is just push it down inside, wiggle it around a little bit, and if you pull it out and there's a hole there, which there is, it's a little hard to see here, but if there's a hole, we consider it most of the time non-free flowing. If you have a product like salt or sugar, it's pretty easy to determine whether or not it's going to fill in and not leave a hole, but this product is spices, mixed spices, and you can see they're barely free flowing, but if you were to do the same test, wiggle it around, it's not going to leave any kind of hole. So that you can determine about 90% of the products that way. So right now we have some coffee in this machine, and we have it set at, well, right now we have it set at 7 revolutions. I'm going to turn it down to about 3 revolutions. And we're going to turn this on and we're going to run a little bit for you. So we have a foot pedal I'm going to show you in a second, but I'm hitting a foot pedal right now. And I'm just tapping and it's turning 3 revolutions. And this is coffee filling. You can kind of see it fill in there. I don't know if you can see it any better this way. And all you would do is, and it's very repeatable, coffee is very easy to run, but if you wanted to run a little bit less, we're going to turn it down to 1 revolution. And if you can see that. You can also turn it up. We're going to run about 7 revolutions. But you can see it's very easy to change the revolutions. And that's putting in more products. If you have any questions at all, please give us a call or go to our website.